Welcome to another episode of One of Us Knows What They're Talking About, and the other one is you. I'm Lori Burch, your host. Join us as we discuss and unpack wills, trusts, estate planning, and probate law in a way that's actually informative, interesting, and, well, hopefully entertaining. Because if you don't have a will, the state of Texas has one for you. Let's dive in. We are excited to have not our newest employee, I will have you know. Missed it by that much. You're somewhat new to the gang, although you officially made it 90 days. And so we're going to introduce our newish esteemed case manager. And really, I think the biggest reason that we wanted to have you on the show is that you're a big fan of the podcast, are you not?
Oh, huge fan. Yes.
Huge fan. So was it when you were interviewing that because I had Kimberly tell you about the podcast because I felt like you should know what you're getting yourself into? Is that the first time you heard of this podcast?
No, I think when I was researching Burch Law.
Yeah, no, you're a stalker.
Yeah, I think I came across it on the website and went down a little rabbit hole and got hooked.
Excellent. So what would you say are your favorite parts of the podcast?
Oh, the outtakes.
Okay, but they're not outtakes because Sarah leaves them in.
Exactly.
They're intakes.
Oh my God.
Yes,
no.
they're leave-ins.
They're leave-ins. Really,
Like a leave-in conditioner?
You can't edit anything out. It's all gold, right, Sarah?
Right.
I love that you have the mustache in the background that we put on your window.
It looks
I love
like
that I
it's
see
like
that.
like a bug. No, I think it looks like it's something outside her office, just up on the wall. But
it's our fire alarm. Okay, so what was your impression of the firm before you met with us and started working here, based off the podcast? And second part two, how has that changed? Or I'm sure it hasn't changed, but how has that evolved since you've been with us 90 plus days?
Oh yeah, huge.
Let me just interrupt. Are you going to respond to every question with oh?
I can stop. Oh wait,
can you?
Can you?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, anyway, go back to answering my two-part question, please.
Yes. So I knew of Burch Law and Lori Burch from years back and always thought very highly of the firm and Lori herself. I thought, hey, this is a professional firm right at the top of their game. They know what they're doing. They are on it. And then I got to the podcast and went, okay, they're not so
maybe not
up and tight-laced, and yeah, they can have some fun. And then I started working here and went, oh, the podcast, that's just a tiny, tiny bit of real life in the firm.
Yeah.
So would you say that the podcast is very similar to how things just go on?
Yeah, in a watered down kind of way. I mean, the way things happen is way more than what you get on the podcast.
Okay. Sarah has that look again. Do you see it, Sam?
Yeah.
But she's really just trying to angle the mic and not look like she's doing anything, but she literally looks like she's doing something.
I'm trying to be quiet about it. I don't think I was.
You're fine.
You were quiet, but you weren't stealth about it.
Yeah, you were.
You were like this. For those of you listening, you need to go back to this point in time and watch it, because I demonstrated what Sarah did.
Mm-hmm.
But we have noticed, I don't know if Sarah will do it this time because she's sharing the mic, where she like psychs us out. about
She'll take a breath
like
and
wanting to say,
lean
so
in,
she'll take a breath and lean in, and we think she's about to wax poetic, but then nothing comes out.
Right.
and we're silent because we're trying to wait, and then
Yeah.
it's just dead air. Great.
So Marissa, Marissa, what would you say are like the top 3 things you've really learned? We're overdue for our 90-day review, so we're just going to do it on the podcast. No, I'm kidding. We already did that. What would you say are like your top 3 ahas or moments for you since completely shifting industries here at Burch Law?
Number one, law firms are, well, at least this law firm is not as uptight as I expected. The law firms.
It is just this law firm.
It is
I'm
just
going to
this
have
law
to
firm,
tell
yes,
you.
absolutely.
It is
Also,
just us.
Hold on. We didn't say, are you comfortable talking about with what you did before?
Oh, I can totally talk about what I did before. I just
give like a slight reference of like a couple of words of what you used to do, and then how now you're in a private law firm.
But there's still 2 more things you owe me, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Since Cynthia usurped my questioning.
It's called context.
Bounce around. So if you want 2 words, how about trauma and toxicity?
And
where you were before.
So what were Lori's things?
Where I was
Lori's
before.
things. We can move on to Lori's things.
I was asking what are like the 3 things that she's really learned about estate planning, wills, trust, probate, anything since being at Burch Law. 1, that law firms are not as stuffy as she thought they were. So she's already wrong on that one, but it's okay. I've often thought for those in the firm who've never worked for another firm that we need to do an exchange day with a typical law firm. And then I think a lot of you would really, really change in a really, really positive way when you came back to me.
100%.
But then you get complacent again and I'd have to find a different firm to go send you out. I don't know that I'll ever have to do that with Duncan because he's he already suffered through that.
We don't want to,
yeah, but he gets it. He gets
years.
It. Okay, so what else? What else has been like an aha moment?
I thought I'm one of those idiots who thought that everything just automatically goes to your spouse. Can't use that idiot. No. One of the informed.
Idiot's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I am one. I have my days.
Burch Law, home of idiots. Great, thanks.
I take offense to that.
No, just me. Just me.
Okay. Anyway, just something that you had a misperception about was that things would just automatically go to your spouse. Is that why you ran off and got married and now you learned this and you're like, well, shit, I didn't need to do that.
Yeah,
that didn't help.
I mean, I did get married twice, just to make sure we had all of our bases
to the
covered.
same person.
Yeah, I got married twice, but it was to the wrong person and then to the right person.
There was a divorce in there. We do not.
There was.
Wait, did you get married in 2 different states? Or is it?
So I got married legally in California back in August. And then we had the wedding party in November.
Oh, like the ceremony piece, right? Did you do any like exchanging of vows or was it really more like the party?
No, we did exchange our vows again just because we wrote them out and we wanted.
You renewed your vows a few months later?
Yes, it was a total vow renewal. And we plan to do it every year.
Oh,
that's cute.
I was at the hairdresser earlier today, and she was saying about how her husband, and they've been married a million cajillion years, and she's like how her husband made reservations for Valentine's Day, and she's like really put off. She's like, I don't want to go out for Valentine's Day. She's like, all it's done is piss me off at him, and. So I told her that she asked me like if we had any plans, and I'm like, no, I would be so angry, and I'm like, what? I can't wear sweatpants? What? I have to pay for a sitter? Like, I'm like, absolutely not. And that we've gotten to this point, we don't really buy gifts for each other for anything. not for the holidays, not for birthdays, nothing. We just buy what we want all the time for ourselves and be like, oh, by the way, this is my Valentine's gift. Oh, by the way, this is my birthday gift. This watch that I just got, birthday gift. Thank you. And then I'm like, every day is Valentine's Day. But anyway.
What is everybody doing for Valentine's Day?
What are you doing for Valentine's Day, Marisa? That's the real question.
Colonoscopy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that what you kids are calling it these days?
Kid, I've got gray hair. I think I'm closer in age to you than to the actual kids in the office.
Yeah,
oh, for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maturity-wise, you're light years ahead, except when it comes to potty humor. That's actually not where I go. It's like not my sense of humor, but it certainly is yours.
Oh,
Who
yes.
counts as the kids of the office? Like, where does it cut off?
You're
All of you.
looking at it's all of you.
No, I assumed. I didn't know if like Cynthia's part of that because she's only a few years older, or like
Cynthia defies her age.
I do.
She's an old soul. I'd give her an honorary Gen X designation for sure. Maybe even a
or like
boomer.
cuts off what Gabby did, and then everybody like above Gabby.
Hey. I know how to use
Gabby's
my
pretty
iPhone.
mature. Gabby's pretty mature. Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess out of like the kids, she's the oldest.
Granted, sometimes she
And then I
does
think
come
it's
to me
me.
and says, "I need an adult." I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah.
cool. What is it?"
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is a road we don't want to continue down.
Yeah, we really don't.
I was just curious.
We shouldn't have gone
I mean,
down
I
it.
do,
So
but
we're going to deviate right now before we start talking
What's
about
the third thing, Marisa?
maturity. I just so you know, Sam, you're in that list. Okay?
Oh no, I assumed that.
Yeah. You're one of the kids.
Okay.
Okay. Where were we? Have you given me 3 things that you've learned? No,
No, we're on
you've
the
not.
third thing.
That not all law firms are stuffy, and actually they are, except ours. 2, that not everything goes automatically to a spouse. That is true in Texas. And depending on what else it is, it's true just across the board that spouses don't have automatic rights to make medical decisions, have access to medical records, medical information, all of those things. And then 3,
3, a will does not keep you out of probate.
oh, wow.
Oh,
Good one.
Nice.
Mic drop. It does not, but it makes probate better,
yeah.
but it doesn't make it go away. It does. Yeah,
Just
it
to
does.
give significant, you have a Marisa,
Cheaper,
sweet
quicker.
Marisa. We've started you only on letters testamentary when it comes to probate. Wait until we.
She doesn't know the dark underbelly.
She doesn't.
No, and I'm afraid of it because I know what's coming. I have a general idea of what's coming. I know to be afraid.
Well, maybe we should open up the floodgates a little bit and see if we can find one of them there messy probates. It's really a rite of passage, but Duncan will have to be the lead attorney on it because he also needs to.
I haven't taken any in a hot minute, so that's another piece of it. Because anytime they assign any probates, it gets ran by me.
Well, some of the messy probates became messy because of certain people who are no longer at Burch Law. They should have never been messy.
Mean, like determinations of heirship or anything like that. That's a little more involved.
Yeah, but even those, like that's one reason why we just, cut it off to be able to regroup.
Yeah, for people who understand what it is genuinely straightforward. For somebody who's learning it for the first time, there's a curve. But you'll be in a much better place with learning.
What do you think Sarah's thinking right now? She's just kind of staring off into space.
At like the light, maybe.
At my calendar.
Oh, her calendar is up there. Her marketing calendar.
I
Yeah.
think she needs some raccoons up there with the calendar. It's a little bare on that wall.
I would love that, actually. Yeah.
My mom and stepdad had a raccoon get into their trash, and it took. I wanted to make a Sarah joke, but they wouldn't have gotten it.
They would not have gotten it.
Although Marissa, something you missed. So although you were on the legal production meeting, the office hours meeting earlier, my father loves raccoons and actually had pet raccoons when I was growing up. And so when I was visiting him a couple of years ago, there were pictures of him with raccoons that are hung. And then I think it was really like hideous picture of a raccoon. And I like took a picture and said, "What would you give me to steal this for you, Sarah?"
Can we not just ask?
Well, what fun is that? So good. You learn things.
Right.
Cynthia, did you have any substantive questions to ask Marissa?
I
Or did I
did
cover
am
'em?
reconsidering a lot of them because of what you said earlier. But I guess you got a lot of like aha moments. What were the like oh no moments about starting to work here?
Probate.
What about it?
It does come for everybody.
All of it.
It's not that bad.
Turned your brain to mush when you were learning about it.
Like what is so hard about it?
Do you know how
I
many
will say
forms are in Form Builder?
Do
I
I?
do. Yeah, a lot.
A whole lot.
Yeah. And I know what all of them are for.
And I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're all for, but I read
Don't
the
worry about
caption
it.
and I'm good to go. Yeah, don't worry about
Don't
it.
worry about it.
That's why I've worked so hard to make a little cheat sheet that has a checklist of all the ones that you do use.
Don't worry about it. You're
Which is
you're
fabulous.
overthinking it.
But even that
You got an
checklist,
application. I think e-filing is actually way more difficult than any of the pleadings that need to be drafted for probate.
Yeah, it is. I remember the days
Because
whenever
depending on which county, which box you
Yeah.
check, which this, that, and
Oh.
the other, like that's ridiculous. There should be some uniform way of just doing it, but there is not. Yeah.
Yeah, what I used to do
But
is mail them with like a check, a self-addressed envelope, multiple copies. You mail it off to the clerk, and then eventually
yeah,
you get your two with a receipt and 2 copies certified or stamped copies back.
yeah,
They keep the original.
just like that.
That was easier.
But what's the deal with the form? You do an application, then you schedule your hearing, you have a proof, an order, an oath, then you need to do the notices, then you got to do your affidavit of compliance, then you do your inventory. Like, what's so hard about this?
Easy.
People. It's the people quotient. So
Sarah,
Lori is
slap
over.
her.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
What did Sarah say? I cannot hear them.
What did you say, Sarah?
I said it's easy.
Yeah.
So let me let everybody in on a little secret. So one day Sarah was like, "Oh, I could do the on the job assignment that the attorneys do." So I gave her one will that we have talked about for many, many times on this podcast
no.
and said, "Hey, okay, here it is. It's been months."
Yeah, I haven't completed it.
I want to put this out there. Sarah did not think on her own, "Oh, I bet I could do this." Cynthia, that was 100% your idea.
Yeah, but she was very cocky about it.
Because
I
you
was all for it.
said, "I bet Sarah could do this," and point out the things that are wrong with it.
Because she always says how easy it is.
I'm halfway
Really?
joking.
She just said it that one time just now.
No, she said it
Anyway,
before.
and not only is it just those forms, 70% of the same information is just repeated on all of those forms.
Okay, so then, but also we have to track down all the documents to get said information for those forms. We have to verify with the client that they're correct before we file them. There are different courts that require different documents to be submitted at the same time. So it's not just application, okay, hearing, there's application, there's service, there's this, there's all the documents to be submitted. Then we can have a hearing. We need to wrangle the client to make sure they give us a list of creditors.
But I was
There
referring
aren't any.
specifically to all the forms that are in Form Builder. And it's not like you have to do a mountain of forms. And when you're going through Form Builder, you fill it out like one time and it generates the documents like boom.
That's what
It's
they
really
should
the
do, yes.
It is the wrangling of clients. And I'm sorry, clients. On behalf of Burch Law clients, it's not the wrangling of you. It's the wrangling of the information that we need.
Or it's not the wrangling
Very
of you,
diplomatic.
it's the wrangling of your executor.
Well, usually our
So
client
choose
is the
well.
executor.
Well, but like, people who we've done their wills for, choose well.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a really big thing people
Yeah.
don't think about.
So Marisa, this is this is your shot. This is your big chance. The thing that truly introduced you to Burch Law, that you are still a loyal, dedicated listener, shall I say, fan of. You are on it. You are living it. You are experiencing it. Do you have any questions for us?
What? I don't get the two more
So
things.
many.
I asked you, like, did you have anything substantive? And you basically said, well, I did, but based on what was said earlier, I don't.
I said, what were the 3 oh no moments? And she said probate, tangent, and so next 2. Just
all right, 2 more oh no moments.
Oh no moments.
Yeah.
That's hard to say because what I came from was so vastly different. And what I'm dealing with now is light and happiness.
Aw.
It's people dying.
Aw.
The people I work with. The people dying is very
Aw.
sad.
we are pretty
Yeah.
great. Some of us.
If you had to get rid of one person at Burch Law,
Oh my gosh, we're not
who
doing
would
that.
it be?
No. We're not doing this.
Peggy?
Wow.
Sarah
Wow.
is going to kick your ass.
I'm taking notes.
Wow.
I
What?
can't say Sarah. I can't say
You could.
Lori.
Well, you couldn't say me. That really wouldn't work out. But you could say Sarah. Is it Sarah? Because
No.
right now, Sarah's answer would be you.
Hey, who's the one who involved Peggy in the Christmas decor? Yeah. Peggy
Of
got to
which
take
you
part.
had none yourself. At least not a sweater. Hopefully
I
you'll
wasn't
do
allowed
better
to wear
this time.
them in my previous life.
Oh.
I wasn't
Sweaters?
allowed to have plain clothes, like regular people clothes in my previous life. I've spent my entire life in uniform, school and work.
You don't have weekends? What's your weekend uniform?
Nothing.
All
That's
right.
the point.
I
This
would
took a
steer
turn.
clear of that.
So yeah, let's just go ahead, fast forward. We don't need that last
Do
one. Burning question.
Costco sweats?
I
Costco
was just going to
sweats.
ask, do you own or at any time have you owned a pair of Kirkland brand sweatpants?
Not Kirkland brand, but Sam's brand. I'm a
Okay.
Sam's girl.
No,
Same.
no.
My wife is a Costco woman. We are a house divided.
Yeah.
Home Depot for
Sam's.
one, Lowe's for the other.
Ooh.
Beans
Oh, I
and
guess
chili, beans not in chili.
Oh.
I'm just no
Yeah.
chili. I don't like chili at all, with or without beans. It's actually the chili sauce I don't care for. So I like white chili.
Well, you just don't like
I was
beans.
actually the MC of a chili cook-off. So imagine how that went.
Yeah,
True story.
that's what I'm trying to. But wait,
In Oklahoma.
why
I
were you in
know.
Oklahoma?
Why were you an
What?
MC for a chili cook-off?
No, I know why she's an MC. She's
I
charismatic,
feel-
but
I
why were you in
feel-
Oklahoma?
I feel like you all know me well enough. If you
Yeah.
dig deep into your knowledge of Lori Burch, why would I have been asked to be an MC of a chili cook-off in Oklahoma? What could that event been? For what organization could that have been for? It's not hard to figure out.
I mean, yeah, ABWA.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Correct. The American Business
Oklahoma's
Women's
a little
Association.
Yeah, it's just random.
Yeah, like
Oklahoma's
minute.
random. It's literally an hour from where I am.
Oh, the MC of a
No,
chili cook.
No, the MC part, I completely understand. She can
hilarious.
Well,
talk
that's
to
the most-
anybody for hours.
Well, I know that, but like it's like especially because you don't really like chili, like it's a like it's just a random event.
So
Yeah.
what was
Like,
the
it makes
parking
total
situation?
sense.
I
It's
know
just
that
random.
you
They did not, this chapter of ABWA did not come to me and say, hey, we want to do a fundraiser. What type of fundraiser should we do? They said no. They have a chili cook-off fundraiser, and they wanted me to be an MC of it.
So I'm a little confused though. How come we don't call it abwa like we call the podcast Uakwatata and Tui?
We don't call it that at all, actually.
I've never heard anybody else say it.
Oh, that's so
there's a
good.
Now,
reason.
Sam, do you realize how ridiculous it is?
Yeah, I love it.
No, she
Yeah.
likes bad.
You answered your own question, Marissa, and you know you did, and I'm so glad you're very proud of yourself. I see it all over your face. So you got one in. All right. So Cynthia, do you or do you not want Marissa to give you a third oh no moment?
No, I'm done with those. Thank you. I passed the witness.
Okay, very good. So Marissa, do you have questions for us?
Oh, so many.
Great. Stick to the legal ones because we want to somewhat stay true to the podcast format.
Okay.
There's
First
a
one for
format?
you, Lori.
Oh, for
As
me.
an attorney, what one question are you asked the most? Ooh.
What one question? As an attorney or as like an estate planning attorney?
As an estate planning attorney.
Or just as me?
How about
You're
all
changing
three?
it. Yeah.
I'm just clarifying. I do think one of the more common questions that get asked is what happens without a will? What, if we say, if you don't have a will, the state of Texas has one for you, like, what does that mean? And then some people will ask me, like, how do I handle just having such perfect hair?
In the legal
And
profession?
so, well, no, that was the question. As you said, all three.
Mhm. I did
As
say
an
all
attorney,
three.
as an estate planning attorney, and as me. So as an estate planning attorney, I get asked that. As me, I get asked that. As just an attorney in general, people will ask me where I went to law school.
Which is?
The George Washington University School of Law, the oldest law school in Washington, D.C.
It's the oldest law school in Washington, D.C. or the oldest law school in Washington, D.C.?
I think you probably know the answer to that.
I just want to be specific. Clarify.
What other questions do you have?
Cynthia,
Oh, no.
if you could pick anything at all, what superpower would you have?
Teleportation. I hate driving.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh. Especially with the construction over here in front of the high school. I mean, that's a double doozy right there.
Just hate driving.
She lives 2 miles from the office.
I haven't always lived. It's less than 2 miles. I haven't always lived less than 2 miles from the office. I used to live
I
like
don't
down
think
in
I-
Philly.
I don't think I'd be down with teleportation because I don't want like my molecular structure to be undone and then reconfigured.
Yeah, could you like lose a limb? Like how?
I mean, if
Well,
it's a
what if there's a
superpower,
fly that gets
not how it works.
into and gets mixed back in, then you become the fly, and we all know what happened to him.
Ooh.
It's
Unless
okay.
you
They
haven't
like
seen
to
the movie,
ruin
then you don't
anything
know.
that I love. It's
I think
fine.
teleportation.
Are we going to hear from Sarah now? I mean,
I
I
don't
asked
know, you're-
Cynthia, but everybody's chiming in, so.
Oh well,
Yeah, that
I didn't
happened.
try.
Thank you.
Actually,
Thank you
that's not
for,
true.
thank you for acknowledging
Only
that.
Sam did.
You
What do you
had
mean
thoughts and
everybody's
feelings
chiming
on
in?
it.
But I didn't chime in like, what would I want my superpower to be?
No, but
So
commenting.
what's but yes, of course. Well, this is a podcast, and I am the host, and I do have to keep it going.
Oh, I thought Sarah was the host.
Did
Sorry.
you? Okay.
I did.
You know what? We will just test out that theory, and I will not try to keep anything going the rest of this episode.
It'll be the shortest podcast ever.
It would be the most efficient podcast. Okay, let's go, Sarah.
Okay, what's your next question?
Next question.
Wait, you're not going to answer the
Sarah.
superpower one?
Oh, I could. My first thought was X-ray vision, but then I thought twice about that.
No.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Because then you know.
Right. Yeah.
I think I'd want to be invisible so I could go around slapping people.
Oh, that would be fun.
Okay.
I was going to say invisibility.
Yeah.
For what reason? To
But
slap
not
people?
for slapping people?
For every reason.
Honestly,
Think of a
being
reason.
invisible and
It would
pushing
be
people
great.
into pools, that sounds pretty fun.
Tripping people.
No.
Knocking
You
stuff
said
off people's
slapping.
desks.
I'm not hurting them.
Well, I just meant people who need to be slapped.
And I feel people need to be pushed into pools.
All right.
Who are these people that need to be slapped and pushed into pools?
I can think of two right now. Wait, where did Lori go?
Oh no, she's back.
Looks like you just left.
Well, now you have to say the two people.
Sarah was running the show. No, I lost internet connection. What did I miss?
Did
She
you hear
just
me
went,
say
"I
that
can
I can
think of
think of
two
two right
people."
now?
And then you just left.
Yeah.
That
I
you
can
want to
think of her
push
now.
into a pole?
Or
Or
slap?
I said
Or
pool,
slap?
not pole.
I said pole. Oh, you said pool? Like
I
swimming?
said pool. Yeah, like a swimming pool.
Oh, I thought you meant a pole.
Say water.
Like someone like randomly just boop.
No, mine's not violent. It's just hilarious.
I
Oh.
would tend to haunt somebody if I was invisible.
I mean, yeah, I would rearrange somebody's house by
Yeah.
moving everything slightly like over a few
Slamming
inches.
like the cabinets at 2 a.m. Oh,
Wow. Okay, great.
Like
Yeah.
a cat.
yeah.
Sam would just be like a cat.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Okay, next question, Marissa.
Next question is for Sarah because
Ooh.
she likes corporate jargon.
Oh,
Boy.
What
She
is
does.
the most overused phrase or buzzword?
in like corporate jargon speak or just
Yes.
in
How about both?
okay. Probably circle back. But in general, ooh. God, that's kind of hard.
You want to circle back to it?
Yeah, I need to put a
Put
pin
a
in
pin
that.
in it.
Yeah.
Sarah, I'm just surprised you're not looking over at your VP of Synergy thing on your desk.
Ooh, that is a good one. But I wouldn't say that's overused because honestly, I don't know
No.
what synergy means.
Are you kidding?
Oh.
We don't
You
need to
know
dive
what
into that.
synergy means?
I don't really care to know.
But you have a plaque on your desk.
But it
Says-
rotates, so it's just for fun.
Are you trying to be ironical?
That's right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, next question.
Next question. Sam,
Okay.
what is the worst bad thing you could do and still sleep at night?
Whoa.
Slap people
dealing-
while you're invisible.
With somebody with a lot of things that keep them up at night.
Yeah, that's. I don't know if there is anything. I feel like I stay up at night.
Just
for like
racked with guilt constantly.
constantly.
What about taking somebody's cat?
Well, like, is the cat happy at that house? Because
Absolutely.
then I would feel guilty.
Okay.
What about misfiling a deed? Were you able to sleep that night?
I don't know that she's ever misfiled one.
I haven't well,
I know you've mailed them to the wrong people, but misfiled? I don't know that that's happened.
I've done it to the wrong county before, but I caught it before the 24 hours. But they also accepted it, even though it wasn't in there. So
See, this is
Never
what's
mind.
like e-filing.
See, my brain immediately went to like, would I kill somebody and be okay with it?
Oh my god.
I wasn't going to go that far. I was going to work my way up to that.
Like, I'm fine murdering some like spiders and wasps, and I sleep soundly.
That's
that count?
different.
But like an actual like human body,
It's
I mean,
not really murder.
Ooh, okay. So we're back to the whole Sarah.
Yeah.
It depends on, you can think of two people that need to be pushed into. Sarah,
Yeah.
did you hear pole or pool?
Pool.
Okay, cool.
Both are equal.
But I like pole.
Pole, yeah.
You could smack them into the pole, and then push them.
Not
into
gonna
the
lie,
pole.
I would push some people into a pole. There's a few that deserve it. Sam, how about like, would you dine and dash?
No.
Okay.
No?
Well,
You?
what if it, like, wait a minute, what if it was at a restaurant owned by someone who didn't have the same political beliefs as you? I'm putting this very mildly.
No, because like they're waitresses and stuff.
What about stealing from corporations like Walmart?
I'm too scared to. But I have accidentally stolen books because they were in my hand and they forgot to scan it. So I have stolen from Walmart a couple times by accident when I was a child.
I think intent is a necessary element to stealing. So.
Yeah.
Well,
accidentally.
I realized on the car ride home and didn't say anything.
How about lying to someone that they don't look fat and that?
I feel like she'd say, "Oh, you look great." Yeah.
Yeah, I say that to a lot of
so
people.
you're
but
lying. You're lying. It's a bad thing. It's like a whole commandment.
Yeah.
Dang it, there was one I had that I thought would be good. It was after Dine and Dash. How about running a red light?
Do that every day.
Sarah, we know.
We know.
You drive an Altima for crying out loud. Of course you do.
Is it
What
like
does
a
that
solid, like it's been a red light for a few seconds?
Like
Or did
you
turn
were
red while you were
stopped.
in the
No.
intersection?
No. She was fully stopped. It's red. She's like, I'm done with this. It's not like it's even been a long time. She's just, no, I'm done.
If it helps, I've technically done that, and that's how I got sued at 18.
I've done that many times.
Yeah.
That's how you got what?
Sued at 18.
Sued at 18.
Yeah, so
At
I've
18
been
years old.
driving for
like an after-school special.
So I've been driving
18.
for exactly 4 months. I was at my community college. The light was red, but it had been red for like 10 minutes, about 10 minutes. So people were just yielding and going. I thought I looked both ways. I didn't, and I T-boned somebody.
Okay.
And then they sued me for $1 million each, but he wasn't even meant to be driving, apparently.
So the question is, how did you sleep that night?
Not well.
Not great is the answer.
Yeah, whenever I run a red light by accident, I feel guilty for the next like 10 minutes, and I wait for a cop to appear. So.
But 10 minutes.
Maybe more. I don't know. It was just
fine.
put my heart rate decrease.
Marissa, I don't know that you got the answer to your question. We learned a lot about everybody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any more questions?
No, just one for each. I thought that was
just one for each.
Yeah.
Those prompted conversation. Those are good.
Okay, well, I guess then, I'm scared to say this, but Sam and Sarah, are y'all ready for your questions to Marissa?
I like that how you're the one leading the episode and not Sarah.
Because we know it's
Just
not going to
proving
happen.
my point.
It's fine.
Okay.
I
The
feel like
the first question is: do you
Wait,
want?
no, she was talking. What, Sarah?
oh my bad.
Marissa, you can't look
I
at the
feel like-
questions.
Yeah, don't look at them. I feel like some of them were answered. No.
Yay!
All right.
Do you want this rapid fire, or do we think we're going to stop after each question?
I think let's
Well, you have to
stop
stop
'cause these
for her
are
to
questions.
answer.
Yeah.
Well, no, like but rapid fire, like she answers and then we immediately go on to the next one.
No, just
That's
ask the
actually
question.
how questions should work.
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
how they work.
Okay, but half the time it's going to end up becoming a 5-minute conversation.
I'll cut it off. It's fine.
Okay.
Let's start.
Don't worry
All right.
about
Okay,
it.
so the first
Don't worry about
one, you are newly married. Is it fun? Are you having a good time?
Yes, but I'd have an even better time if she lived in the same state.
That's valid.
Dang.
Womp womp.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
valid.
This is a
Valid.
big state, so how about same city?
Yeah.
Even better, same house.
Yeah.
But I'd take
What?
same
You want to
city.
live in the
Street?
same
Same
house
suburb?
as your spouse?
Same room?
That's a novel idea.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Okay. Is this next one Sarah's?
No, it was
Yeah.
me.
Well, yeah, that was Sam. But I'm reading it. Would you rather fight 10 horse-sized ducks or 100 duck-sized horses?
Oh, horse-sized ducks for sure.
Yeah.
Because they waddle. They can't be fast. You know, so you
I
can get
I
away
don't
from them
know.
pretty
No,
quickly.
no. They waddle
Imagine
fast.
that. That's huge.
That is a huge
you-
animal.
Are
Right?
you crazy? You could
Yes.
step on the duck-sized horses.
You
Oh,
can
but
get
that
in
would
the
be
bed of
murder,
a
and I
pickup
couldn't
truck.
sleep with myself
You'd
at
be
night.
fine. Yeah.
I don't think you can fight one horse-sized duck.
You don't have to fight them. You just run away.
That's true.
But they're
Well,
pretty
not
it's
fast.
small.
really how
like,
fast
yeah.
you
They're
can
not
run.
fast.
Well, how much
I-
If
maybe
horsepower
don't
there's
do
a
you
run
have?
body
slow.
of water, you are. Haha.
Oh.
But if there's a body of water, you're SOL.
Cynthia really wants to push somebody into a pool of water.
Okay, next one. What is your favorite and least favorite thing about us? You can see either as a podcast or as a whole as Burch Law.
Or
Hmm.
individually, if you want to make this, eons long.
Or Sam and Sarah as a collective.
Actually, yeah, let's do Sam and Sarah
that
as a
too.
collective.
Yeah. Just do
Sure.
us.
Yeah, just do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just do that.
So they make it fun to come to work every day, and I don't get up out of bed every morning and hate my life.
Aw.
Okay,
With a light in your eye.
least favorite thing about them?
There's not one.
Aw,
I mean,
Oh, really?
when I compare to what I came from,
that's so valid.
Okay,
It was a
stop
little rough.
comparing us to what was before. It is no more. So,
but
what's your
this
least favorite
puts
thing
y'all
about
in a really great light when you think about it.
True.
I mean,
Or
you're right up
just-
there on a pedestal there.
But you're telling us that the bar and the standard was so low.
I'm okay with that.
I'm not.
All right.
Well, what if you're setting the bar higher and higher though? I mean, somebody else has got to come in and meet a pretty high bar.
Don't worry, we're not.
Sarah?
All right. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No, because the bottom is closed.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, good one. On the same vein, do you drink or eat soup? And if you drink
I drink
soup,
it.
okay, so then you would consider it a drink and not a food?
Well, it depends. Is it liquid like chicken broth, or is it chunky like chicken noodle soup?
Or chili.
Both.
Is chili soup?
Is chili soup?
Chili's like
Chili's
a whole
chili.
own category.
Category of its own.
Oh, then
Okay.
a hot dog's a hot dog.
Hot dog's a hot dog. This is a serious question. What's your favorite part about being a case manager?
The people. Getting to interact with the clients.
Oh,
I
okay.
enjoy that. I had a meeting with clients today. They were lovely. We had a great time. I think I gave them some great information. Nobody left crying. Win-win.
Yeah.
I think that's Sarah's favorite part of her job is that she does not interact with clients.
Oh, absolutely.
And then she
Except
does
for all the
only for
witnessing.
witnessing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
She
do
just
like
wants
that
her little
part.
certificate each month.
Granted, I
Okay.
do put her on the phone tree
Okay.
whenever I need somebody.
Okay.
Okay. On an average day, how can I put this? How many pigeons do you think you could reasonably carry?
I think pigeons are supposed
Are
to do the
they-
carrying, like carrier pigeons.
Marissa, yes, please.
Are we talking about like in my hands or in a bag?
Like in your arms.
Or like in
Or
my
like perched
arms?
on you.
No, like in your arms, like you're carrying them.
I'm thinking the pigeon lady from.
Are they alive?
Yes.
Like
They're alive?
maybe 7 or 8.
I need you guys to
Okay.
see what she's doing.
This is a
Yeah.
visual.
Yeah.
This is an audio.
I think that's a good amount. All right.
But then,
Okay.
if I've got a couple perched on my shoulders and maybe 1 or 2 on my head.
But then
Yeah.
you're not carrying them.
Well,
Yeah.
technically,
Carrying
not
their
in my
weight.
arms maybe, but I'm still carrying them.
I want to know why this next one's in all caps.
Because I got excited about remembering it.
She did.
And then I just didn't change it.
Yeah, so what is your favorite conspiracy theory?
There was a second gunman on the grassy knoll.
Ooh.
Mine's that a snail is
No.
following you, and if it touches you, you die.
That what's following you?
A snail.
A snail?
Yeah.
What?
At all times, you have a snail following you, and if it touches you, you die.
I don't know if that's a conspiracy theory as much as an urban myth.
I guess. I just think it's hilarious.
You
I
know
think
how to
about it
get-
constantly.
Do you know how to get rid of snails in your yard? If
Salt
you
with
have
salt?
a garden, no, you can do coffee grounds too. I had a
What if they
really
like
big
coffee?
snail problem in my garden in Nacogdoches, and so I just went to the local Java Jacks, the local like coffee shop, and they will let you take like a bucket of like the espresso grounds, and so you just sprinkle them around. It was great.
Would you rather fight 10 horse-sized snails or 100? This is my new
Snail-sized
favorite
horses.
question because just
It's cool.
the
It's such a good
visualization of
question.
it all is really awesome.
I didn't realize you didn't know this
100
question. I would have
snail-sized
asked you this
horses?
months ago.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'd
I
go
love
with-
it.
I'd go with the
My-
100 snail-sized horses. They're small and they're little and they're slow.
It's how you should have answered the duck version, by the way. My favorite conspiracy theory, just because I want to answer it, is that Avril Lavigne is dead.
Oh,
has been replaced by
yeah.
somebody, that by far.
Going
Because
to.
just and this is not the first time we've talked about this, and it will not be the last, but just it's so random it being her.
Yeah.
Also,
Would you count the 9/11 to Alan's downfall as a conspiracy theory?
Ellen DeGeneres.
The what?
The
The
9/11.
9/11 to Alan DeGeneres' show getting canceled. Would you count like that pipeline? Would you count that as a conspiracy theory?
I don't even know what you're talking about, so no.
I've explained it to you. The one,
Sam, at first it did say like you said Alan.
I was
not
fighting
Ellen.
off 100 duck-sized horses. I'm sorry, I did not pay attention.
the one where 9/11 happened, so My Chemical Romance was created, so Twilight was created, so 50 Shades of Grey was created, so Dakota Johnson went on Alan. She called out Alan for not inviting her to like a party, and that started the downfall of Alan's show being canceled.
No, Ellen called out her for not being invited to a party that she was invited to.
Whatever one it is. Would you count that as a? I'm sure I missed a few steps, but
No, that's
She
just a
doesn't-
crackpot idea.
okay.
Yeah.
No.
Fair, that's
Also,
fair.
I do think that we've never mentioned to or likes to call them our fans that we did a conspiracy theory bracket
We
here at
did.
the office at one point. We should do it again.
Yeah.
We should. That was
I
fun.
miss what we used to use the whiteboard for instead of tracking actual firm data.
Ooh.
You just
could do
answering
both. I
questions.
mean,
I can figure it out.
Could we like do a split screen and
I
on
think
one
it would
half
be
go
the
back to our
top
like
half
question
and
of
then
the
bottom
day?
half. Yeah, we can do the bottom half is the question of the few days, and then the top is,
Or like
the
question of the
actual
week.
firm information that we're tracking.
Yeah.
I'll work on it.
We need to bring that back for sure. Okay, let's move along because the rest of you have
Okay.
stuff to go do.
GIF or GIF?
Answer very
It is
carefully.
peanut butter. GIF is the other one.
There we
Okay.
go.
The
many-
only thing that would be entertaining is if you answered that wrong would be me switching G and J in every single word I could think of. but you answered correctly, so
Yeah.
we're going to skip on past that.
Thank you.
Next.
So how many grapes can you fit in your mouth?
I don't know, but I'm willing to find out. Do you have some grapes?
Red or
I-
green?
I
No, we
unfortunately
don't.
don't have grapes.
Okay, this is going to be a new podcast. Just watch Marisa put grapes in her
Part
mouth.
2.
Part 2. That's all it is. Okay. The next one, on a scale of 1 to 10, how funny are we? And by we mean me and Sarah. How funny are me and Sarah?
Oh, like a solid 9.5.
Nice.
Nice.
What? They do not
Yeah.
pay you. Why are you kowtowing to them?
Yeah.
I think it's hysterical. Remember, you're talking to the girl who thinks potty humor is hysterical.
I know, but if 10 is like the funniest
Yeah.
of the funniest of funniest, and you're giving them a 9.5,
Yeah, the other half is just off the wall. Ridiculous.
See,
I have cackled out loud.
I'll take it.
Huh.
it sounds like you should give them a 7.
No, she said 9.5.
I'd give them a 7.
Yeah.
I mean, in the history of all funny people,
If we're going that
I think
far,
7 is a really high compliment.
yeah.
Well, if we're talking like maybe on a scale 1 to 100, all
Still
time
a
funny.
7.
Sam's face just fell.
I was really excited for 9.5. I wasn't expecting that high.
Yes, and you shouldn't have.
Okay, well, can we move on to the next question? Because I'm very curious and there is a wrong answer.
What
Well,
is
we're not going to ask where I'd rate Lori, though?
No, that's not part of the question.
That's not the question.
not the question.
I expected it to go that way.
This is the
No,
Sarah
we
and
just want
Sam
to. Yeah, we
segment.
just want to
It's
know about us.
Sam-centered.
I don't need the validation.
We do.
Yeah, she does.
They do.
All right. So, next question. What is your favorite flightless bird?
Oh, the penguin. They're adorable. They waddle.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Would
That
you
was
rather
fun.
fight 10
Thank you.
penguin-sized ducks or 100 penguin-sized horse?
Okay, we're gonna move on.
Isn't that just a miniature horse at that point?
It depends. Are we talking the little midget penguins or the big ass emperor?
I love this so much because it's like the visuals of it. I need the visual manifestation of all these examples. I need to see it.
Sarah, that is your next
Put it on
assignment.
AI and have some
Ooh.
AI artwork done.
On it.
Ooh, okay, yeah, do that. That'll be very scary looking.
Okay.
What
next
was the wrong
question.
answer, Cynthia?
Oh,
Oh, if she would have said anything besides penguin.
kiwi's a cute answer.
Yes, but I also have some
Like an ostrich or something?
Do you? Yeah, you have
Or
a
a
lot
flammingo?
Austrian.
Go.
Oh, flamingos can
flamingos
fly
can
though,
fly.
can't they?
Yeah,
Oh.
flamingos can fly.
A little.
They can.
But do you know why
Ostrich, emu.
hummingbirds hum?
Emu.
Do you know why hummingbirds hum?
Mm-mm.
Because they don't know the words.
Ah.
Anyway, do you have a nemesis?
And who are they?
That's actually a question, Marissa.
Yeah,
That's
that
on
is
here.
actually the next question. Do you have a nemesis?
Oh, I thought you were asking Lori that.
No.
after-
No.
Okay.
Oh, we know
what's
that.
Nemesis. Mm,
Is it Grant?
probably Lori.
Dang.
Okay. You just disappointed them with that answer.
Now the last question.
What were your first impressions of this says each team member, but I don't know if we want to go.
No. Yeah, do it. Go as
Okay.
fast as you can.
All right.
The
Go.
easiest way to remember each team member is to just start at one end of the office and go down, but don't exclude Kimberly.
Okay. So we start with Marcel, sweet and quiet. Jordan, sweet, but like a rat on acid.
The podcast has met Jordan before.
That's your first impression?
She's sweet. A lot.
Sweet, but yeah, I mean, she is.
We all know. We
on
know
it.
Jordan very well. Yeah.
Lauren, Gabby, and Sam, sweet. Grant,
All right. Wait.
super
Stop.
Midwestern.
First of all, you've skipped over some offices. You can't use the same superlative more than once.
And you can't
So-
lump those
Should have
three
been set up
together.
front.
And you can't lump them together. And it's first impression of each one.
Okay.
So dig deeper, starting back. I'll give you Marcel and Jordan, but start back to
Lauren.
the other office. Lauren.
Lauren, professional.
Okay. Gabby.
Quiet.
All right. I'll let you have that, but you've used it twice now.
Have-
Marcel.
Yeah, you used it for Marcel.
Marcel.
Oh, yeah.
Quiet.
How
All
about
right.
Sam?
Sam. Unprofessional.
I'd go with funny.
Oh,
Yeah, think back to that happy hour.
Okay.
Next to Sarah.
Again, cackling. I have cackled
Sarah.
out at their segments.
Hey,
Understand?
Sarah.
Adorable.
First impression. Adorable.
Aw.
Raccoons. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
So
No.
trashy. Got it.
Trashy.
Fruity.
Fruity.
Super smart.
Nice.
Okay, Duncan.
Duncan.
Reserved.
Okay.
Can't use quiet.
Grant.
Correct. You cannot. Grant.
All American.
What?
Corn fed.
Oh, guys. Okay, next office. Kimberly.
Kimberly.
She's in an office.
I'm lumpering with you.
I haven't had that much interaction with Kimberly. My first interaction was the interview, and the video didn't work. So that was a little
Oh, yeah.
So frustrating. Would that be your first impression?
resilient. She got through the technical
She did.
challenge.
She's a trooper.
Yeah.
Okay. Lori.
Hysterical. Excellent
It's
boss.
better than funny.
Best
that
boss
you-
I've had.
That's your first impression.
Oh yeah.
Okay, what about
Okay.
me? Because I'm the last
Mhm.
office.
Demanding
Oh.
of excellence.
No elitism.
You can't say that. That's different.
She has standards.
I do have standards.
Mm.
You know what? I have standards.
noticed.
I'm not going to stoop below them.
Okay. Well, Marissa, welcome to the team. And
Ooh.
I feel like you mix just the right amount of sincerity with ass kissing. So why you feel like you need to kiss Sarah and Sam's ass, I have no idea. Their opinions have no bearing whatsoever on your employment or tenure, but good job
One
on
word.
that.
Uakwatata Entui.
End it there.
Okay. End it there, Sarah, please. Thanks for listening. And just to cover all our bases about what you just heard, I'm sorry and you're welcome. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And tell your friends about us. We do webinars and live events. The best way to stay up to date is to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Links are in the show notes. If there's a topic you'd like us to cover, maybe you have a question you'd like us to answer, or maybe you just want to say hi, hit the link in the show notes or go to burch-law.com/podcast and fill out the contact form.
Much better.
Yeah, I thought that had a lot of energy.